Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Gloomhaven, 2nd edition. I'm Emerging Boat, and today we're going to be doing Scenario 8, the Barrow Lair. This is a force-linked scenario that we are transitioning in directly from our previous scenario, the Black Barrow. We're not going to do any road event, we're not going to do any kind of city event. We skip all that stuff for this episode, so it'll be pretty quick to jump into the action. We'll start by just taking a look at the Gloomhaven map to show where we're at. We are just outside the city of Gloomhaven. Our last scenario was over here, the Black Barrow. We are now right in the center. I realize I'm not showing my cursor right now, but in the middle of the Corpse Wood, we are doing the Barrow Lair here. So let me get our narrative pulled up in Foreteller.
The stench of rotting flesh grows thicker as you kick past the corpses of your foes and head deeper into the underground burial site, chasing after the thief who stole Jekserah's documents. Guided by the sounds of hushed conversation, you find your way through the maze of crypts and burst into a small room full of hard-faced bandits with bows at the ready. They're clearly guarding something. You must be in the right place.
We have scenario goals of the scenario is complete when all revealed enemies are dead. At the end of that round, read section 19.3. We have some negative scenario effects that we start off with. And yeah, we're starting off in a pretty small room here. We've got our scenario set up right over here. It's just barely fitting into, into our field of view. Let's just take a look at our battle goals. So we have to apply to the screen. We do have to apply some negative scenario effects. Clarissa and Satha add 2 curses to the attack modifier dex. Okay, applied. Oh, and then some minor errata. We have to kill the commander as well. Well, I don't know how it's actually needed as part of the errata, but anyway, let's take a look at our battle goals, and then we'll go to Mercenary loadouts. Clarissa has Assassin, kill an enemy before it takes its first turn. That's 2 check marks. We have Bully, kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions. That is 1 check mark. And then we have Hunter, kill 1 or more elite enemies or 2 or more for 4 characters. I'm going to take Assassin. That feels like it should be pretty achievable for Clarissa early on. All right, go do Raphael. Options are Ravager. I keep getting this one. Perform 2 actions with lost icons in the same turn. I do like that one. Vanguard. Never attack an enemy that has already acted in the round. Don't like that. And then Wastrel. Lose a card to negate 2 or less damage from an attack. Let's just take Ravager. It's simple to do. I'll have to make sure I keep my... I think I only have 1 top loss action in my current hand right now. So I have to make sure I keep that around for most of the scenario. Dwayne. Tormentor. Apply a different negative condition to an enemy that it already has 1 or more negative conditions. Maybe. Scrambler. Never long rest. Actually, potentially on this scenario, yeah. And then Insomniac. Suffer damage from an attack in the same round you long rest. Let's do never long rest. I don't know that we will actually be long resting in this scenario very much with anybody. Just choose that card. And then lastly with Satha, Pincushion, be targeted by attacks from 3 or more enemies in the same round. That seems not too bad with her. Sluggard, perform a long rest while at your maximum hit point value after you already suffered damage. And then Pacifist, kill 3 or fewer enemies. I think we might just end up getting Pincushion naturally, so let's just take that one. Let's place these down. Assassin, Ravager, Pincushion, Scrambler. Then we'll jump over to our Mercenary loadouts. Let's move a few characters around here for starting positions. I'm going to move Raphael here, Clarissa there. For round one, we're going to have Raphael go first and do the bottom of Submissive Affliction to have one of these archers, probably, I think it was going to have Archer 5 move into this stun trap here. Then they're going to do the top of Frigid Apparition, do it at attack 3, and infuse ice. That ice is going to set up Satha later for an attack. Clarissa is going to go next. She's going to do the bottom of Throwing Knives to pull Archer 6 closer to her, pulling her through the trap. Mostly just going to get her adjacent to Satha and adjacent to none of the Archer's allies. So that way we can do this top of Sinister Opportunity, so we get an attack 5 at advantage, which should allow us to get our battle goal in round 1. Satha will go next at 16, doing the bottom of Bring Them Down. I don't think we're really going to get that much use out of that. Actually, I might switch that card out. Nah, I'll take it for its initiative. I do like that top action though, top ability. Then we'll do the top of Dazing Sweep after we move kind of into the center of the room over here to do an attack 3 on both Archers 3 and number 1. And then lastly, we're going to go with Cragheart, Dwayne, and do the top of Massive Boulder, chuck a boulder probably at Archer 3, do some splash damage to Archers 5 and 1 if they're still alive, and then we'll move in. Maybe we'll be able to kill all the Archers, although there's a chance that we might have, maybe Archer 1 would be the most likely to be alive. Okay, draw, switch to this view. You need to switch Clarissa and Raphael here. Okay, the Archers are going pretty early. They'll be creating some traps. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Raphael starts. He will do the bottom of Submissive Affliction and have Archer 5 walk into this trap here, stunning Archer 5. Oh, I need to get them numbered. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. And apply stun. Done. Then we will do the top of Frigid Apparition to get an attack 3 infuse ice. This should be your turn. Attack 3. Draw +0. That's 3 damage to Archer 5. And ice is infused. Also, something I realized I didn't do last scenario. Dwayne's health keeps getting reset to 14. It should actually be a max health of 13. Let me fix that. Okay. All right, that will end Raphael's turn. Next up, we have Clarissa. We'll do the bottom of Throwing Knives to do a pull 2 at range 3 on Archer 6 here. Pulling them through that trap and stunning them, although hopefully this Archer will be dead and that stun won't matter. As Archer 6. Done. Then we'll do the top of Sinister Opportunity. That'll get us an experience, and we're going to do an attack 5 at advantage. Be +0 or +1. Nice. All right, I was hoping for at least a +1. So that's 6 damage. That kills that Archer, and we already complete our battle goal Assassin. And we can remove this Archer and put some money down there. That ends Clarissa's turn. The Archers are up. They're going to do a move 2, attack 2 at range 5, then create a 3 damage trap. Archer 1 is going to go first and do an attack 2 on Satha. Yeah, Satha. Okay, -1, that's 1 damage to Satha. And let's just have the trap get created here. I'm going to have to finagle this in 1 second. There we go. Then Archer 3 is going to do the same thing. Do an attack 2 at range 5 on Satha. +0, that's 2 more damage to Satha. And then Archer 3 will create that 3 damage trap here. And then let's just put die here to show that those are 3 damage traps. And the Archer's turn is done, which brings us to Satha's turn. And this is kind of annoying. I think we'll still stick to using the top of Dazing Sweep. Although actually, maybe what I'll do instead is let's actually swap these. I'm gonna do the bottom of Dazing, I care about doing the top of Bring Them Down, I think. So I'm gonna strengthen Clarissa. So let's do an attack 2 at range 3 on Archer 3. Times 2. Okay, that's 4 damage to Archer 3. And then we are going to strengthen Clarissa. There we go. And then let's just move Satha a little bit closer to the door. So go 1, 2 there. Or should I have her land on that loot token? Yeah, you know what? Satha deserves some loot. We'll get that loot token there. Add 1 loot. And that'll end Satha's turn. Lastly, we have Dwayne, who will do the top of Massive Boulder targeting Archer 3. This is going to be an attack 3. Plus 0, so 3 damage to Archer 3. That will kill that Archer, and then we'll get 1 splash damage off on these 2 Archers. And we'll replace the dead Archer 3 with a money token. And I'm not going to move anywhere, so we'll just not use the bottom of Mud Eruption. That ends Dwayne's turn and the round. For round 2, we're going to have Clarissa and Raphael being the ones to hopefully clean up these archers. Meanwhile, Satha is going to just start preparing for the rest of the scenario by getting out Take Command. And then we're just going to do the top of outmaneuver mainly for that ice generation. I may move somebody with it and just see if I can get a better positioning. Probably move Clarissa up closer to the door. But we're mainly just doing it for the ice generation so that we can maybe use it next round. And Dwayne is just going to be doing some healing. Although actually, let me substitute out Barrow for Rumbling Advance, because Satha should be the only one that needs healing. And draw. The archers are going early-ish, but that shouldn't matter. Raphael starts. We're going to do the bottom of Perverse Edge. We will consume this ice, gain an experience, and we will do stun on Archer 5. Archer 5 is just getting stunned left and right. Then we're going to do a move 3. Go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do the top of the Mind's Weakness, and we will get another experience and get an attack 3 on this Archer. -2. Well, I did not plan for that. Take the Mind's Weakness and put it in our active slot, and then that will end Raphael's turn. For Clarissa, I was going to wait and do Stick to the Shadows second, because I was hoping I could just kill these 2 archers with hidden daggers without needing the extra attack, but with how little damage we did to Archer 1, I'm going to use Stick to the Shadows first. We'll put that in the top there, put a character token on, because I'd really, really like to kill both of these archers. Then we do the bottom of Hidden Daggers, and we're going to end up using 2 charges of the Stick to the Shadows, so we're going to get an experience from doing that. Let's do attack 2 on, or attack 3, I guess, on, let's do Archer 5 first. It's +0 or Curse. Okay, I'm really glad I have Strengthen. That does still kill the stunned archer. Replace them with a loot token. And then we'll do an attack 3 on Archer 1. The other curse, okay, M+1. That's 4 damage. Hell yeah, that's enough to kill that archer. I am stoked that I got both of those curses out, though, on a strengthen draw. That's incredible. I'll get a loot token out here. Okay. That'll end Clarissa's turn. Archers are dead, so they do nothing. We go straight to Satha. Oh, whoops, Satha was active. We're going to gain experience from doing the bottom of Take Command. Put that in our active ability slot. And then we'll do the top of Outmaneuver. Attack 3 does nothing. We can grant an ally within range 3, move 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3. We don't get that money token because it's not Clarissa's turn. We do still infuse ice. That ends Satha's turn. Dwayne will start, and we're just gonna let's do the Rumbling Advance first. Actually, we have to. I always forget Rumbling Advance is a range 2 heal. Maybe I should bump that up to a range 3. But this will be a heal 4 on Satha. We'll put Satha back at full health. We will infuse Earth, and then we're just gonna do a basic move to onto this money token. Boom. Give Dwayne a loot. That will end Dwayne's turn and end the round. In round 3, we're going to open up this door. We're going to be starting with Satha using the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics to do a move 3. Get in that door. Then we can move some of the allies closer, although we'll see what's inside that room. I forget the layout of it. Although I do kind of remember what's in there. But we'll figure out how we want to actually, how far we actually want to move allies into that room. Potentially, I move Cragheart in a decent amount so that I can use the top of Spur Their Spirits on Dwayne. I do really want the, what is that called? Ward on Self. But I may end up, depending on what the enemies are doing, I may end up moving in Dwayne so that he can do the top of Dirt Tornado. To get some muddling off. Then on Dwayne's turn, he's going to use Earth and Clod just because it's his biggest range attack. We may also be using the bottom of Crush and Grasp. If we moved in all the way with that movement from Satha, then we'll use it for the actual obstacle. Otherwise, I'll use it as just a basic move too. Then going later in the round is going to be Raphael and Clarissa. Raphael is going to be doing a ton of movement between Pilfer and Scurry just to get in deep and do an attack on someone. And then we will do, for Clarissa, we're going to do the bottom of Backstab. Again, do another big movement. And then we'll do the top of Single Out. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get off the ability of Single Out. More so just doing that attack 3 is like, it may just be that, and that might be okay. But I would also consider using the Cloak of Phasing here, in case I don't want to remain deep in that room. All right, let's switch to this camera and draw. Satha's up first. We'll do the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics and do move 3. 1, 2, 3 going into this doorway. And I should get her some boots for some extra movement or something. Now let me reveal the room.
You open the door to a large crypt littered with coffins. At the back stands the bandit leader you were sent to find. Now that you're closer, you see something in his face you didn't notice before. A dark, otherworldly force burns behind his eyes.
Puppets! Merchant puppets dancing for coin. Well, I have puppets too.
You hear chilling moans from behind the chamber's many doors. It doesn't seem like he's bluffing.
Special rules. Set the round tracker to 1. At the end of his turn on the 3rd round, the bandit commander performs move 20 jump to end on door 2, opening it. At the end of his turn on the 6th round, the bandit commander performs move 20 jump to end on door 3, opening it. And so on and so forth for the 9th round and the 12th round for doors 4 and 5 respectively. Okay, that used to be one of his actual like specials 1 and 2 abilities instead of just being as part of the round tracker. I did not remember that. I didn't remember that it changed at least. Okay, let me get the room set up. There we go. Let's do a zoomed out view. Let's go to our sky cam. That's what I want to call it from now on. Yeah, so we'll have to move our little camera around every once in a while as we start opening some of these rooms, but for now it should be good. The bandit commander here is going to be doing move 2, moving 4 and attacking 4 in range 3. I think it's going to put it here or here, one of those two spots. It will be able to get the attack off on Satha regardless, but that may affect where I put Cragheart. We'll see. Then what else we got? The Living Bones are going to be doing a move 3/4 and doing some multi-targeted attacks. Okay, and the archers are not moving. They're going to be attacking at range 4 and also doing multi-target. All right, I should avoid those attacks from the archers. It'll change my plans a little bit. Also, the bandit commander cannot be stunned, cannot be immobilized, and cannot be disarmed, but they can be poisoned. That's good. Okay, let's finish out the bottom of Wolfpack Tactics. Go back to this view. We can grant all allies within range 3 and move 2 because we have take command out. Let's go. Dwayne will move here. Clarissa will move here. And Raphael will move there. Then we'll use the top of Spur Their Spirits. And Satha will heal oneself. That doesn't matter, but we do care about the ward. We'll get that. Then we will grant one ally within range 3 the ability to perform an extra action from a card in hand. And I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of doing Dirt Tornado, because that model isn't going to do much for me, I don't think. I'm going to use backup ammunition. So we will, we're not really taking advantage of take command, but maybe this will give us some other advantages later. We're going to pop this out. Boom. And Satha will get an experience, and that will end Satha's turn. That brings the bandit commander's turn to now. What a poorly worded phrase that was. Like sometimes I unpause thinking, I know exactly what I'm going to say, and then I just wing it. It's terrible. The commander is going to move 1, 2, 3, go there, and then is going to do an attack 4 at range 3 on Cragheart. -1. All right, nice. So Dwayne takes 3 damage. And that will end the bandit commander's turn. Let's start with the bottom of Crushing Grasp while I'm still figuring out what I want to do at the top of Earth and Clod. We're going to create a 1-hex obstacle in an adjacent empty hex. And let's take a barrel. We'll put the barrel right there. We're not blocking off completely any part of the map. It'll infuse Earth at the end of our turn. We're going to do the top of Earth and Clod. We can target 2 enemies since we have backup ammunition. And we will consume the Earth that was already here, gain an experience, and now we can immobilize 2 enemies. Let's start by attacking Living Bones 1, because that's the only enemy that can get into range to attack now. So attack 2, that's +1, that's 3. It's going to end up being 2 damage after the shield. And immobilized. Then let's do the next attack on Archer 2. I think we'll try to just help get those archers down on health and kill them early. Getting them out of the picture because they have so much range will just be, I think we'll be very thankful for that later on in the scenario. We'll do attack 2, immobilize on Archer 2. +2. All right, that's 4 damage. Archer 2. And immobilized. That doesn't really matter though. But that will end. Oh, did I give? I don't think I gave Dwayne his experience. Oh no, actually I must have already. Alright, so Dwayne's turn is done. Also, I just realized I have these 2 flipped around. Scrambler belongs to Dwayne. Pincushion belongs to Satha. Living Bones are up next. The Elite will go first, so a move 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then number 1 is immobilized, so it doesn't move. And number 3 will do a move 3. 1, 2, 3. None of them get attacks off. That's great. Then the archers go, and they can only attack at range 4. They are out of range, so they don't do anything either. Also great. I honestly did not think about how this movement, or how all the monsters and all the obstacle here was going to prevent Mindthief from getting the back of the room, because I brought magma waders instead of our gust striders. But let's just use this as an opportunity to do something fun instead. Not that it really matters. Oh, I'm going to get a new money token. So I'm going to switch the order of these two. We're going to do the top of Pilfer and the bottom of Scurry. And we're going to use Magma Waders as we use the bottom of Scurry as a basic move 2, but we actually move 3. And we're going to go here. And that is going to allow us to create a hazardous terrain right underneath of Raphael, which is going to be doing some hilarious things for pathing in this scenario with the monster AI. Because since monsters always try to avoid the hazardous terrain or negative hexes, we have just effectively created a route where all of the monsters end up having to come around this side. This was not my intended thing. I was going to chuck this obstacle and try to do a bunch of damage to enemies next round, but I may not do that. I may just leave it there. Now we will do the top of Pilfer. I'm going to use Poison Dagger here because why not? This is going to be an attack 3. Attack 3. No. Okay. Well, we still get our poison off. That's good. And then we did not kill that enemy, so we will get a money token. Where are you at? There you are. That ends Raphael's turn. Okay, I'm going to use Cloak of Phasing here. Discard this. And then we're going to do a move 6 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if we can take out this archer. We use the top of Single Out. It is not adjacent to any of its allies, so we're going to do an attack. So it'll actually be an attack 6. Gain an experience. Attack 6 against this archer. 7 damage. That is enough to kill the archer. Nice. So we have 1 archer down. Pretty good for just opening this room. And then we are going to teleport back to the hex that we started in because we use Cloak of Phasing. And that will end Clarissa's turn, and that will also end the round. Stick to the Shadows should also get discarded. Hello from Emerging Boat from the Future. I'm going to be joining you for about the next 20 minutes because I don't have the original audio from this video. I took a break, and when I started recording again, I just didn't properly connect the microphone back to the computer. So I realized it at some point later, I think starting 2 rounds from now. So these next 2 rounds, I'm going to be narrating it. This was a couple days ago, so I'm not promising to remember everything, but I'll do my best to narrate the thought process here. With round 4, my plan was to do the top of Hidden in the Shadows and the bottom of Brain Leech with Raphael to, optimistically kill Living Bones number 2. And minor spoiler, I think I put too many eggs in that basket, and we'll see how that plays out. I think it actually has some impact actually pretty late into the scenario. Then with Satha, I would come in, do an attack on Living Bones 3 with Combined Might. Dwayne, I was saying that, I can do this little circle area with Dirt Tornado. Maybe I played Clear the Way in case I needed to move that obstacle, but I wasn't planning on it. Because ideally, I would still keep this whole pathing set up so that we would funnel enemies towards that northwest corner. And then we would go, quote unquote, somewhat late with Clarissa so that we could move back towards Archer number 4 and eventually kill it maybe next round. But yeah, at this point in the scenario, I'm still feeling pretty good. Some things change, I think, in this round. We start the round, we draw our cards. Archers aren't doing too much bad stuff. The Bandit Commander is doing Special 2 again, and another minor spoiler. Get ready for how many times that Bandit Commander does Special 2, because hot damn, it is like almost every round. Crazy how many times he did it. I actually didn't count, but I would say maybe 7. Maybe that's exaggerating, but it's a lot. And then the Living Bones are going to be doing some moving, some attacking, a little bit of healing. I'm thinking that's not so bad. Like, I'm fully counting in my head on Living Bones 2, that elite dying to Raphael and being able to go invisible. And like I said, putting a lot of eggs in that basket without really thinking about the likelihood of it. And what my fallback plan would be if it didn't happen. Yep, so I guess probably talking about what those Living Bones are doing. But yeah, all the enemies are going a little bit earlier than expected. I was kind of surprised that, Satha, at the very least, was going after all these enemies. So anyway, we move on to Raphael's turn. And I think we end up starting off with the bottom of Brain Leech here, doing what would actually be an attack 3 on that Living Bones. That Elite Living Bones. Yeah, so it should end up being 2 damage. Nice, I calculated that correctly. And then we do the top of Hidden in the Shadows. Which at this point in my head is when I'm thinking, oh shit, it's shielding. I'm not going to have enough damage to be able to kill this unless I draw some crazy good modifier. So let's see, we draw that and we draw that. And so sure enough, that does not kill that Living Bones. This is where I start scrolling down to think about how do I reevaluate what's going to happen here, because like I said, too many eggs in that basket, and it had a decently low likelihood chance of succeeding in the first place. So that ends Raphael's turn. We move on to the Bandit Archer, who I believe should be getting this attack off on Dwayne. Maybe I'm just chatting here about something. Oh, there we go. Yep, so we get 4 damage. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That would have been on Raphael because of the initiative. And then the Archer places a trap there, which, bad news for that Archer because that trap is part of its downfall. Or so I'm predicting. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of guessing here. Then the Bandit Commander goes, and this is another attack on Raphael. Again, I was fully expecting to be invisible at this point. So I am already starting to lose cards with Raphael, which, terrible job by me. Absolutely awful job by me. Given how quickly I can go with Clarissa, there are ways I could have made this way more likely that I was going to be able to get this attack off on, or kill that Living Bones. So yeah, think about that as a kind of a momentum shift in this scenario. Let's see, we go down here, and then I don't know what I'm looking at. Probably just running my mouth. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, I'm starting the attacks from Living Bones 2 on Raphael. And then it heals the poison off. And then we have our other Living Bones starting to go. Living Bones 1 is should be moving to the west there, emerging boat. What are we doing? Oh, it only had a movement of 1, I see. I'm the one who played this, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Oh, wait, no, that's right. But yeah, Living Bones 3 goes in and gets to do an attack off on both Satha and Dwayne. So I don't remember who we had them attack first. Satha was attacked first. Okay, that ward came in handy. We only lost 1 health, and then the attack on Dwayne happens, and we lose a couple health there. Then the Living Bones end their turn, and Satha is up. We still end up doing that top of Combined Might on Living Bones 3, which gives us an attack 3, pierce 2, so that should be 3 damage to that Living Bones. Very good, Emerging Boat, very good. You did that math. Both current me and past me did that math correctly. Good job to both of us, unless we both did it wrong. But yeah, so now we have a pierce 2 for the next attack by an ally this round, which I think at this point I was planning on using that on that Elite Living Bones 2 with Dwayne. And now Dwayne is up, and yeah, I decide that it's better to try to do a bigger attack on that Elite Living Bones. Again, actually, this is a mistake on my part, because I'm thinking that, oh sure, if I switch these cards, then I will almost certainly kill Elite Living Bones 2. I don't remember if that actually happens or not, but that's another area where just wasn't thinking about the math correctly. And then this ends up changing our pathing. Like this, I don't think I did this round well at all. And I do think if I had done this round differently, it probably sets up the rest of the scenario entirely differently. But also, I mean, look at that camera angle on those cards. That's terrible. I do fix that, I think, for the next round. But so yeah, here I am going through, doing some damage to our living bones here. We do a couple damage to living bones 1. Then, oh, I think that does end up, okay. So we do end up getting the kill off of the elite living bones there, which is good. Totally lucky. Not deserved, but we do get the kill. And then that ends the attack, and I don't think I end up moving here. Yeah, okay, we move on. We go with Clarissa. At this point, Clarissa doesn't actually need to use her boots, so she can just kind of move in a little bit. And then I think we end up doing this top of Swift Bow on Archer 4 just to soften them up, because I do still want to kill these archers. Well, I killed the one already, but it is nice to get these ranged enemies out of the way. Especially as the Bandit Commander is going to be opening a door next round, and so we want to prepare for that. At the beginning of her last turn, that actually might have been a good time as well to be using the Warding Rod. That might be just something I thought, like, I don't think it's a bad idea to save it for later, but I hadn't really considered using it at that point. But here we're short resting with a few people. I am just going back and forth because every time I draw a card for Silent Knife and decide if I want to lose it, I'm always like, oh, I don't want to lose this card. Every card she has is important. But here I'm still short resting and then also flipping between cameras because I'm trying to fix some camera angles, both on our little close-up cam here, our action cam, and my card cam down there. So now we're about to go into round 5. There we go. The only plan that I really feel super confident in is having Clarissa go and kill that archer, because with moving that archer into the trap and doing an attack, I feel pretty good about that. Raphael decided that absolutely needs to long rest, need to get some of that health back, and then Dwayne can also do some healing. And yeah, I think I messed up the order of some of these cards. You should see me fix that in a second here, because Dwayne shouldn't be going until later. There we go. Oh, I could have paused it there just to switch him around, but you get to see me finagle and struggle. I guess I could make some sound effects there, like, yeah, because that's the sound I make when I'm lifting up cards. They're kind of heavy for me. But with Satha, I'm just expecting that we can get a couple of attacks on Living Bones 3. Like, I'm thinking in my head, oh, if I get really lucky, I can kill it, but, you know, not likely to kill it. Bottom, bring them down, we can use to get an extra damage off on it. I don't remember if I actually ended up using that correctly, but we'll see. And then, yeah, like I said, Dwayne should just be doing some healing. He's going late, so by the time it's his turn, we should be able to get full use out of all that healing that we have. We draw, and once again, we have that Bandit Commander doing Special 2. That should just be the name of this video, is just Special 2. Living Bones are doing a big move and light multi-target attack. Okay. And then the archer I'm not concerned about because I'm pretty confident that Clarissa will be able to come in and just kill that archer right off the bat. So we go down here, move with Clarissa, and then we're going to move that archer into the trap, causing them, that should have been, I think that was 3 points of damage, right? That's how much damage those traps are. Yeah, there we go, 3 points of damage. And then we do the top of single out to do an attack 5, gain an experience. I should have a drum roll sound effect or something. Oh, this is where I'm like debating, oh, at the beginning of my turn, should I have done Warding Rod? I think I said I was going to use it, and then I end up not using it. I realized that a little bit later in the scenario, and I'm like, oh, actually, I thought I was going to use this when my audio was out. I chose not to use it. So you know more information than I do at this moment, actually. We crit, and we continue our streak of just getting crits at usually unnecessary times. So that's a lot of damage. And we kill that archer. But better crit than a null, as I always say. And that should end Clarissa's turn here, and then we'll move on to Satha's turn. Yeah, with Satha, I should be using the bottom of Bring Them Down first. Okay, I forgot I moved up with that. All right, so we move up, and now we'll do an attack 2 with Satha on that Living Bones 3. Drawing a modifier card at any second now. Takes me really long to get there. There we go. Oh, there's a crit. So that's 4. That ends up being 3 damage. Nice. Okay. Then we can grant an attack 3 to Dwayne, which should allow Dwayne to get this kill. But it doesn't. What a great timing. Crits when we need to do barely any damage, and then nulls when we need to do barely any damage. Just a lovely time. I'm sure I had some expletives at this point. You know, just super happy with how things are going. But we move back with the Bandit Commander. This should be an attack on Satha here. Nice. So -2, so that should only be 2 damage to Satha, which she takes on the chin. And then the Bandit Commander should be moving over to that door and opening the door. And then I remembered, like, I think this is a pretty memorable scenario for most people who have played Gloomhaven before. But that being said, I had an idea of what was going to be in this room. But to be completely honest, I forgot that there were going to be... I thought it was just living corpses in this room. I forgot there was going to be any living bones. So these extra living bones were a bit of a surprise to me. Paired with the fact that they were getting a big movement this round, definitely led to some unexpected attacks, and me starting to regret not having actually used that warding rod with Clarissa. Additionally, the living corpses are also getting a relatively big movement. I mean, a move 2 and a move 3 for them is pretty large. So I'm a little nervous at this point because there is, number one, more health than I expected getting added into the scenario just with this one room opening. And number 2, we have more threats, more immediate threats than I would have expected from that door opening. So we start moving some of these corpses, those living corpses in, not dead corpses. Gotta be specific, so you don't think of just dead bodies are chasing after us. Although I guess the living bones are kind of dead bodies, but they're still alive. They're still animated. They're not, maybe they're not, well, living is in the name, so they still have to be living. We'll talk about this in another video. Emerging Boat's thoughts on life, death, and reanimation. Now we're going to go through and get a handful of attacks on here. Oh, one thing I will call out, I think I was pointing at this, and I was calling it out during the video. I definitely did a little bit of a cheat here, because when I was placing the living bones, I saw that by placing 2 in front of 10, like, I just kind of immediately clocked that, oh, if I place 2 in front of 10, I can actually prevent both living bones from getting an attack. I can just make sure that only one of the elites gets an attack. So a little bit of a cheat there. It should be totally random, but I did influence it a little bit. Then the normal living bones comes in, gets a little attack off on Satha. Yep, still doing some damage. And then I think that living bones, are we doing the attacks from number 3? Yeah, okay. All right, so we moved on from the living bones, and now it is Dwayne going. Dwayne is going to start pumping out some healing on Satha and on Raphael. But I definitely took, between this round and last round, I took way more damage than I was expecting. I came into this room pretty well set up. That first room shouldn't really do terrible things to you. But yeah, I squandered a bit of my advantage coming into the second room, despite being able to kill one of those archers super early. And that should wrap up Dwayne's round, and then we move on to Raphael, who gets that much needed healing from the long rest. And then we decide which card we're going to lose, and we lose Submissive Affliction, it looks like. I don't remember what my rationale was for picking that one in particular. But then I think I also decided to discard that card that I had active because it would have helped prolong my, or I think it would give me an even number of cards for this coming round. Rest cycle. Oh my gosh, I can't talk even in my re-recording. Doing some short resting here, but yeah, I will be leaving you in about 10 seconds because the audio from the original clip should pick up. So yeah, apologies again for missing the audio, but hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, my audio should be back. Very sorry about that. For round 6, I don't really have that much of a plan. I actually might be able to kill out almost all of these living skeletons, living bones, so hopefully that works out. But I really need to start preparing for some big attacks here on the Bandit Commander, because I've been going for way too long without actually getting attacks off on him, and I don't want him to keep opening rooms. So, first we're going to have Raphael going this round. Raphael does actually have line of sight to this living corpse. I did do the monster simulator just to double check, but it barely has line of sight there. So we'll take advantage of that by having that living corpse do a few attacks on the Bandit Commander, which is going to get both wound and poison off on that commander. Then we'll have Satha go and move out of the way. I don't know, I might have her go all the way back onto this coin here. I might just have her move back a little bit, but I need her to get out of the way so there's an empty space adjacent to all those living skeletons, living bones, or I guess all but 10, so I don't think I'll be able to kill 10. But she'll do that and then do the top of Spur Their Spirits so that Dwayne can do the top of Massive Boulder and get a few big attacks off on some of those living bones. Maybe one of those boulders could be for the commander, but probably all for the bones. Then Clarissa will be up. A little flexible with her. I might be getting Stick to the Shadows out and preparing for a bunch of attacks on the Bandit Commander. Otherwise, I might just end up doing the top of Swift Bow and the bottom of Stick to the Shadows. It kind of just depends on how some of these, the monster ability cards look. But preferably she can get out Stick to the Shadows because I just want her to start getting a bunch of attacks off on Bandit Commander. Although the invisibility would be great from bottom of Stick to the Shadows. Anyway, lastly, Cragheart is going to go and take his actual turn and move adjacent to this 1 hex obstacle over here so that he can do the top of Clear the Way and do an attack 3 on 3 of those living skeletons, living bones. So if we can kill most of those living bones this round, I'll be happy because they moved out very quickly and I am afraid of their multi-attacks. Oh my god, Bandit Commander's doing special 2 again. Come on, man, mix it up. The other 2 are going very late. The living corpses, only the elite is going to move 1 and potentially may not move at all. Then, let's see, living bones are going to be doing... Ooh, yeah, those are brutal attacks. We want to kill as many of those living bones as we can. All right, noted. The Bandit Commander is going to move as far from focus as possible while still within range 3 of them. And this, yeah, this could be really bad if this is a positive modifier. That would really suck because that would cause Raphael to lose yet another card. So fingers crossed, it's not positive, please. Please, please, please. No! Thank you, baby. That is, whew. Okay, that's a relief. That will end Bandit Commander's turn. Then Raphael is going to start getting his revenge. We'll do the bottom of Withering Claw, and yeah, does it make sense to do that one first? Does it really matter? Not really. We're going to do the bottom of Withering Claw. We're going to target this Elite Corpse 6, and we're going to have it do an attack 2 wound, and then it inherently does poison, so it's going to be an attack 2 wound and poison. Okay, touche. I see how it is. You are wounded and poisoned. And then we're going to do the top of Brain Leech, targeting that same living corpse, and do another attack 2. I guess it'll be an attack 3. +1 and +1. Okay, so that's going to be 5 damage. Our first damage to the Bandit Commander, finally doing something. But that will end Raphael's turn. Next up, we have Satha. I'm trying to debate if I want to use... I might as well use that cold element with her, the ice element, because I didn't use it with Raphael. So yeah, let's do move 3. Let's go 1, 2. It's tempting to take that coin, but probably not worth it. We will consume the ice, gain an experience, and with that one, we will grant ward to... I'm going to grant it to Raphael, because I think if I grant it to Dwayne, then it's just going to get wasted going through that hazardous terrain. Plus, Raphael kind of needs it. Then we will do the top of Spare Their Spirits. We're going to heal 1 self and gain ward again. And then we are going to gain an experience as we allow Dwayne to do the top of Massive Boulder. And we're going to be able to do 2 targets with this. Oh, and I'm not in range of the Bandit Commander anyway. How much health does Living Bones 1 have? 5? Okay, yeah, so we're gonna be using a charge of backup ammunition, which is going to be an experience for Dwayne. And then we're going to do, let's do this first one on, let's do it on number 2. So attack, this will be an attack 4, no pierce. Attack 4, it's 5 to number 2, shielding 1, so that's 4 damage. And then numbers 10 and 1 take 1 splash damage. And then we are going to do the other one on Elite number 10. Yeah, I am in range of them. So attack 4 on them, +0, so it's going to be 3 damage to number 10. And then 1 splash damage to 2 and 1. Then we reinfuse Earth. That will end Massive Boulder, and then that will also end Satha's turn. I am going to flip these cards around because I think it's going to end up being more effective for me to get an attack off with Swift Bow than just to try to get these next few +1 attacks. I'm going to be targeting the same enemy. So let's do the bottom of Six of the Shadows first. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and do end of turn looting on this token. Okay, get 1 loot. Wow, Clarissa, that's your first loot. Then we get to go invisible. Oh, but just for the end of the round. But it could matter. Oh, let me fix this. Okay, there we go. Then do attack 3 on the Bandit Commander, which is going to be an attack 4 because they're poisoned. +1. Nice. All right, 5 damage. We are starting to do a decent amount of damage on this commander. That'll end Clarissa's turn. With Dwayne, we will do a move 1, 2. We're going to do end of turn looting on this coin. Get you that now. We're also going to take 2 damage from that hazardous terrain, unfortunately. But I think this positioning was important. Then we will do the top of Clear the Way, and we're going to relocate 1 adjacent 1 hex obstacle, blah, blah, blah. We're going to put this obstacle right back where it was before. We're going to consume that earth, get an experience, and then we will do an attack 3, pierce 1 on 3 living bones. Let's start with the elite number 2, +1. That's 4 pierce 1. Ooh, just barely enough. All right. Good. Let's do the rest of these first. All right, we'll do number 1 next. Attack 4, no, that's attack 4. So 4 pierce 1 on number 1. That also kills you. Okay. And then number 3 as well. Attack 3, pierce 1. Muddle, and then +1. All right, that is 4 damage, and we kill 3 of you. That is excellent. All right, I feel way better about this round. Nice, nice, nice. We still have some big old meat sacks with those living corpses, though, so can't get too excited with how much progress we're making. Plus, the Bandit Commander still has a ton of health. Then that ends Dwayne's turn. Ooh, but I'm about to take a bunch of attacks with Dwayne. Shoot. All right. Move for attack 3, target 3, target 1 enemy with all attacks. So 1, 2, 3. Then 3 attack 3s. First one is +1. That's going to be 4 damage to Dwayne. I'll take that. Oh boy. Attack 3 +1. That's another 4 damage. Oh, all right. Actually, they're super low on modifier cards here. What have they drawn already? Have they drawn their +2? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 +1s as well. So I think they're out of potas. Oh, they have the crit still. Shoot. Yeah. I'm not going to lose a card yet, because if I do, there's a 25% chance that I'm just going to have to lose another one. So we'll take the 4 damage. And then, okay, -1, so that's 3. Now I still have to lose a card. I'm going to lose Crushing Grasp. Okay, that will end Living Bones' turn. Then these living corpses go, and they can't move anywhere. It ends their turn, ends the round. Oh, before I forget, when I was still on mute, I was going to use Warding Rod, and then I ended up not using it. So I should still have that. For this round, I think I've been alternating between saying the actual round and like the new round, because the total round is round 7, but it's like round 5 according to Bandit Commander and his rules. So sorry if I'm mixing those up, but it's actual round 7. So in round 7, we're going to start with Clarissa, and I need Clarissa to pull Living Bones 10 out of the way, because I have been kind of screwing myself in terms of positioning and lack of jump and this hazardous terrain and obstacles. Like, I don't regret everything that I've done, but I have not been doing a good job of like, I mean, this hazardous terrain at this point has definitely hurt me more than it's helped me. So she's unfortunately going to lose her invisibility early, but that's actually probably a good thing, because she has the most health right now out of anybody, so she needs to help tank a little bit of damage. And she's going to do a little attack on that Living Bones 10. Probably won't kill it, but Cragheart should be able to kill that Living Bones in a little bit. Raphael will go afterwards, and then is going to just move up and attack the Bandit Commander, getting the Mind's Weakness out. I expect the Bandit Commander might actually attack Raphael this round. That does make me a little nervous if the Bandit Commander attacks and the living corpses are able to get attacks off. So if that potentially could happen, then I may change what I do. Third, we'll have Dwayne going, and he is going to end up moving adjacent to the Living Bones after they've been pulled. And I'm probably going to do Mud Eruption. I think I just need to start getting some big attacks off. I don't know. Maybe a bad idea. Maybe I'm burning too many cards too early between like actual losses and like losing cards from being attacked and negating damage. But I'm going to do it. If I want to feel like we can get the Bandit Commander down to like, I don't want him opening a third room. That's all it comes down to. And then lastly, I'm going to go with Satha and move in. Maybe actually, I need to change some of this. I don't really have a good reason for Raphael going early, so give me 1 second. All right, all I did was I changed Raphael's second card to be Pilfer so we get a bigger move, and not risk him taking big attacks, and increasing the chances that him and Satha would be able to get an attack off on the Bandit Commander this round. I'm a little nervous, but let's draw, see what happens. What a surprise! But like, are these actually getting shuffled? I mean, they are getting shuffled because I'm getting different initiative values. But this is what, the the fifth round where Bandit Commander has drawn special 2. What the heck? I'm confused. Because I think he has what, 3 special 2s, 3 special 1s or something like that, and then a couple other cards. Whatever. Living Bones. Ooh, not doing any damage, so maybe I don't need to prioritize them as much. I do still need to pull him. Oh shoot, or do I? Because if I don't move closer with Clarissa, then Dwayne's gonna get attacked. Shit. What are the corpses doing? A big enough attack, but the push from Dwayne should help here. I may just need to lose another card with Dwayne when the Bandit Commander attacks, because I don't know if I can. I think I need to pull this Living Bones out of the way. All right. Well, let's make a dumb decision. We'll do the bottom of Throwing Knives. We will pull you 2, 1, 2. Okay. And then we're going to do the top of Sinister Opportunity, and this is just going to be an attack 4 with no advantage and no experience. +0, so that'll be 3 damage. And that will end Clarissa's turn. Then we have the Bandit Commander, who is going to move a little bit away from Dwayne before he attacks him. And we'll do an attack 4 on Dwayne. +1, so we have to lose a card. Let's lose Earthen Clod. I was deciding between this and Crater just higher damage and has push 2, which push 2 and immobilize on against living corpses I think is fairly similar. So I'll go for the higher. I'll keep the higher damage. You know what? No, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to keep Earthen Clod and lose Crater because of the initiative. All right, that ends Bandit Commander's turn. Living Bones heals 2 and is now shielding, should be shielding for 3. Oh wait, no, I've been over this. No, this is already adding the shield. So this shield 2 is correct. Okay, that ends Living Bones' turn. Let's have you go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have you use your boots. And then that's gonna cause Living Bones 10 to suffer 1 damage. And we infuse Earth. Then we'll do the top of Mud Eruption. We're going to get 2 experience from this. And we're going to do an attack 3 on 4 enemies within 4 hexes. Well, we only have 4 enemies within range, so who do I want to attack first? I'll just do the Bandit Commander, because I'm still deciding if I want to push that skeleton. The attack 3... Oh, sorry, attack 4, yeah, because of poison. Attack 3 turns into poison, or, oh my gosh, I can't talk. My brain is fried right now. ×2, baby! That is 8 damage to the Bandit Commander. Unless I messed up some math there. No, yeah, 3 + 1 × 2. Yep, that's 8, okay. Now, let's hit Living Corpse 4. Attack 3 on Living Corpse 4, because I can start pushing some of these living corpses back and creating obstacles there. So that's 4 damage to Corpse 4. And then push you back and create a 1 hex obstacle. Okay. And then let's attack Corpse 6. +2. That's 5 damage. Corpse 6, push you back 1 and create an obstacle. And then now we can do Living Bones 10, attack 3, +1, it's 4, it's shielding for 2. Ooh, how much health did it have left? Ah, it has 1 health left. Dang. That card will be lost, and then that will end Dwayne's turn. I won't be able to get the attack off with Satha, but so we'll go 1. We're gonna have to lose our ward. Do we want to lose our ward by going through this, or do we want to just take the long way around? We can't afford the time it would take to go the long way around, so go 1, 2, 3, and go there so we don't get hit by that living corpse. Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'm still gonna grant this movement, but I'm not actually going to go anywhere with it. Like, I don't think I would like to move Clarissa here, kind of, but I mostly just want to infuse the ice. But I'm relatively happy with the positioning right now, or at least I can't think of anything better. So not actually going to move. We're going to infuse the ice, and that will end Satha's turn. Oh wait, did I lose the damage? I did not. That's from the hazardous terrain, and now her turn's done. Living corpses go. The elite will move 2, 1, 2. Then these guys move 1, 1. And that's it. Their turn's done. Then Raphael is up. Raphael will move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use the Mind's Weakness attack on the Living Bones, because if I kill it, that's excellent. If I don't, then at least I can still get an attack 2 off on the Bandit Commander. But I would really like to kill this Living Bones. So actually, no. Based off of the cards that Clarissa still has, I think I'm going to do Mind's Weakness on the Bandit Commander. So it's going to be an attack 4 against the Bandit Commander. There we go. Attack 4 plus 0, so that's 4 damage. Okay, and then we can have you do an attack 2. We get an experience for this. We can have you do an attack 2 on that Living Bones. Plus 0. Okay, so nothing happens there. No damage. We will put this out, and then that will end Raphael's turn. And that will end the round. Slight retcon, I am going to say that Dwayne moved back here from that movement from Satha. For round 8, Clarissa's going to go early and kill Living Bones 10, and then get a couple of dagger throws off on that Bandit Commander. Then we'll go with Raphael, who's going to stun Living Corpse 6 and do an attack on the Bandit Commander as well. Dwayne will go shortly afterwards and do a couple of ranged attacks with Earthen Clod, most likely. Potentially I'll do some healing, but that's unlikely. I think I'm almost certainly going to do Earthen Clod top. And then with Satha, these are the last 2 cards she has in hand. Actually, it's the last 2 cards that everybody has in hand. It's just, I like hers the least because, I don't know, they're super late. But most likely we'll do a big attack on somebody. Hopefully the Bandit Commander, but we may not be able to get into range of them. Switch to this screen and draw. Oh my gosh, is Bandit Commander finally not doing... Wow! They're finally not doing Special 2. Incredible. I feel like that's almost just not allowed. Clarissa starts, does a top of flanking strike. We're going to do an attack 5 and gain an experience. Attack 5 plus 0. That's going to be 4 damage to you, and that Living Bones dies. Very cool, very cool. Then we're not done yet because we're going to do a couple of hidden dagger throws. The first one we'll do is an attack 2 on that Bandit Commander, because that Bandit Commander is still poisoned. Plus 0, so just 2 damage to the Commander. And then we'll do an attack, a measly attack 1 on Living Corpse 6. Of course. Alright, 2 damage to Living Corpse 6. And that will end Clarissa's turn. Oops. Then Raphael is up, and we will do the... I don't really think it matters if I do the top or bottom of this first. Let's do the top of Frigid Apparition first. Why not? Let's be an attack 4 on that Bandit Commander. Woo! There we go. Oh, actually, wait, that was an attack 5 because we also have the Mind's Weakness out. Nice. All right, so that doubles to 10. So at least one of those crits hit at a good time. That will infuse ice at the end of our turn. We will consume the current ice, gain an experience, and stun Living Corpse number 6. You, sir, are stunned. And then we will move, let's just move onto this loot token. Oh, actually, maybe we want to move here because then we'll be adjacent to the bandit commander after they move onto the door. Actually, we'll have a bottom move too anyway, so. I'm just going to land on this loot if I can grab it. Oh my gosh, struggling. There we go. Claim that loot. And that ends Raphael's turn. Dwayne is up. I maybe should have had him wait and go late in the round, hoping the bandit commander would open the door first, because then I could immobilize those things. But I didn't do that. So we're going to use the bottom of Barrow to just do a basic move 2. Move there. Actually, I don't even really need to do that. No, I'll just stay there. Because I have line of sight to everybody over here. So we're going to do the top of Earth and Clod. It's going to be another charge of backup ammunition. We're going to gain an experience from consuming that Earth element. And we're going to do an attack 3 on the bandit commander. We cannot immobilize it. Muddle. Okay, nice. Muddle's good. And that'll just be 3 damage. And then we'll do an attack 2 on... Do I want to hit number 1 or just take some damage off of number 6? Let's hit number 1. Attack 2, it's +1. Attack 3. Okay, and immobilized. And then that ends Dwayne's turn, because I'm not going to move anywhere, but he does loot this token. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Need to like practice picking these things up. Add the loot. End your turn. Bandit commander is just going to do an attack 4 on Raphael at disadvantage. +0 or +0. We have wards, that's going to get brought down to attack 2 for 2 damage. And then at the end of his turn, he's going to jump onto this door here, opening it. Let me reveal that room. Here's our new room. We have not as many enemies as I was expecting in here. Well, at least compared to the first room that we revealed, it's kind of the opposite. But it's still a lot of extra health that we're going to have to deal with for this scenario. And we are getting pretty low on health ourselves. And these living bones are going to be getting multi-attacks on us, which is not great. And they're actually going right now. Okay, so living bones 1 is going to move here. It's going to do an attack. Oh man, this could be bad for Raphael. It's going to be doing an attack 2 on Raphael and Clarissa. Let's do Raphael first. Attack 2, -1. All right. 1 damage. Attack 2 on Clarissa. ×2. Okay, she can take that. You can take that, all right. Then Living Bones 3, we'll go 1, 2, 3. And do attack 2 just on Clarissa. +1. Oof, that's another 3 damage. Okay, it's uncomfortable. That's going to end Living Bones' turn. Then Satha will go... Yeah, all right, we'll just keep this as is. We'll do a basic move 2 with the bottom of Victory Rush and go 1, 2. And then we're going to... oh, I should have infused ice earlier with Raphael. It should be available now because we're going to consume that ice to do an attack 5 and gain an experience. And this is going to be on Living Corpse 6. Should be Satha's turn. Attack 5 +0, so it's 5 damage to that Living Corpse. That will end Satha's turn. And that brings us to the Living Corpses. We're going to do some move and big attacks. Living Corpse 2, there is a path there to get to enemies, so he will still go here. Corpse 3 will go there. Corpse 6 is stunned. Then corpses, the normals go just 1 movement. Oh, but 1 is immobilized. Nice. And then 4 cannot move anywhere. All right, so that works out. That'll end that round. Next round, I'm going to short rest with 3 of our 4 characters here. I'm going to start with Cragheart, Dwayne, because depending on what he loses, because I don't really have a choice. He's only got 1 health left, so I don't have a choice. Depending on what he loses, though, it's going to affect what I do with other characters. Those 3, 2, 1. All right, please. I want to keep the card that has the bottom loss action of the attack. Okay. Oh, I did still want Massive Boulder, but that's okay. All right, so we lose that. I did want to keep Earthen Clod, though, because I wanted that bottom loss attack. Next, I'll short rest with Clarissa because I think there's a number of things I could do with her, and I just want to see what we potentially lose here. Because I'm going to hate any card that I lose with her. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Single out. Actually, I think this is okay to lose. I think this is probably one of the least upset I'd be. The bottom of single out would be nice for taking out our bandit commander, but I think I can work around it. All right, and let's just short rest with Satha. See what she's going to lose. 3, 2, 1. Doop. Ooh, bring them down. I really wanted to keep this. How much health do I have? Let me think about this. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose a health to keep it because I would like to try to use this to set up Satha for like a really big turn with hidden daggers. So, and it's also a really good initiative, so I would like to keep it. 3, 2, 1. Implicable advance. That's kind of a shame to lose. It's a big move and nice loss attack, but I'd rather lose that than bring them down. Okay, for round 9, I have a few goals. Number 1, kill this, what's it called, living corpse. Number 2 is to go invisible with both Clarissa and Raphael. Clarissa, I want her to prepare for a big attack, like huge loss attack with hidden daggers next round. So this round is partially going to be about getting her advantage for next round so that Satha can also have her like play Spur Their Spirits to be able to have Clarissa do that loss action and do a big attack. So I'm hoping to have that bandit commander almost dead or dead by the end of next round. Most likely almost dead. I don't think I'll be able to do it all. And we're also going to kill this, what's it called? That Living Bones, or try to at least, so that we can get Raphael to go invisible. I just want him to like go invisible for a couple rounds so that he doesn't keep getting attacked. But Dwayne is going to do the bottom loss of Earthen Clod to get a couple of attacks off. Maybe one of them on the bandit commander and one of them on this living corpse, if this living corpse is not dead yet, because there's a chance that Satha can kill it. But then we're going to do a top heal this round as well, most likely on Raphael, but maybe Satha, depending on how much attacks she may take. Okay, let's see how this pans out. And where the heck am I looking? Draw. I said draw. There we go. Okay, Living Bones are moving and attacking. They are going early, so Raphael is just beating them. That's good. Living Corpses are moving. If Raphael and Clarissa go invisible, I think we're safe. And the Bandit Commander is doing Special 1. Wow. Oh, and he's going to do a multi-target attack. Okay, so we may... attack 3 at all adjacent enemies. I may need to use Satha's move instead of doing a that bottom attack. Okay, but first off, we have Clarissa. Let's have Clarissa do the top of throwing knives to start, so she'll get an experience. And we're going to do the first attack on the Bandit Commander, so this will be an attack 3 with the poison. +1, that's 4 damage. Oh, maybe I should have hit that Living Corpse, actually. Oh, well. 4 damage. And who do I want to hit next? Yeah, all right, let's hit Living Corpse 6. +0. Dang it. Should have reversed those. So that's 2 damage to that living corpse. And then we will use the bottom of Stick to the Shadows, just go backwards 1 so we can be invisible. We will get invisibility for the round. Oops. There we go. Okay, and that will end. Actually, I guess I should put this up here for now. And then that'll do discarded, and that'll end her turn. Ooh, actually, you know what? Instead of moving there, let's move here, because then that can plug up the space that the commander would take to do a multi-target attack. Okay, I like this. Then with Satha, let's do our top attack first. We're going to do attack 2 at range. Was that range 2 or 3? 2. But we're going to attack Living Bones 1 to soften it up a little bit for Raphael. +1, so that's going to be 2 damage after, what's it called? After shield, and then we infuse ice. And we will strengthen Clarissa, wherever you are. And now I think I can use that bottom attack still. So let's do that bottom attack with Satha on Living Corpse 6. +0, that is 2 damage. That should be enough to kill it. Yes. Okay. Living Corpse 6 is dead. Drop a money token. And then we, heal 1 self? Heal 1 range 2. I will heal myself. Also, I did forget to do something on Clarissa's turn as well. I did want to use Warding Rod for real this time. I actually want to use it. And I will have warded Satha and who else? We'll probably be healing Raphael and he'll be going invisible, so Clarissa will ward herself. Why not? Okay. Then that ends Satha's turn. And now we are on Raphael's turn. Raphael will do the top of Hidden in the Shadows on Living Bones 1. This is at advantage, so it's going to be an attack 5 at advantage. Okay, rolling +1 and then +2. All right, so that's already +3, so we're at 8 or +0. So I'll take the 8, that brings it down to 7 damage. Oh, I could have killed a Living Bones just plain off the bat with that. All right, cool. Living Bones is dead. And that makes you invisible. Then let's use a basic move to take this loot. And that'll also allow us to block up a space that those living corpses could go into. Raphael gets a loot. And that will end Raphael's turn. That brings us to the Living Bones' turn, who will move. I'll have him move here because I don't want Bandit Commander to go here so that Clarissa can get all the attacks off without being adjacent to Commander next round. This may just kind of waste that ward that we put on Satha, but whoops. So it's going to be an attack 2 on Satha, +0. Yeah, it's a little bit of a waste. Brings it down to just 1 damage. Actually, you know what? Let's use the shield. Undo that 1 damage. I've just been forgetting about that shield. Also, I did want to use the healing potion for Satha. Sorry, I know I'm kind of forgetting some of these things, but there's a lot to think about. So Satha will have healed 3 on her turn. And we were still on the Living Bones. Has nothing to heal, so it ends its turn. We go to Cragheart. We're going to get 2 experience for doing the bottom of Earthen Clod, and then we're going to get 1 experience from the last charge of backup ammunition. So discard this or lose this before I forget. This first attack we do, let's do on the Bandit Commander. So this will end up being a attack 4 after poison. Attack 4 on Bandit Commander, +1, that's 5 damage. All right. And then maybe I'll do this Living Bones next, since it's just because it's adjacent to an obstacle. So that'll be an attack 4 on that Living Bones. plus 0, so it's going to be 3 damage after shield. And then we will do the top of Rumbling Advance. We're going to infuse Earth here, and I think I still want to heal Raphael. Yeah, arguably it's actually more important to heal Clarissa. Whatever. All right, plus 4 healing to Raphael. We infuse the Earth, and that's going to end Dwayne's turn. Oh, the living corpses are not moving? Oh, they are moving. I was like, wait, really? Okay. So we're going to get a move 2 to here, a move 1 to there, and then the normals go, the normies go 1, 1. Okay, nobody gets poisoned. Alright, so living corpses are done, bandit commander's up, going to do special 1. And there's no way they can get multiple targets who are actually visible, so they're just going to go there adjacent to Satha and do an attack 3. Plus 0, that's just going to be 3 damage straight up. Alright, and that ends the bandit commander's turn. And is there anything else that I forgot to do? Did I want to use stamina potions? Maybe I should. Maybe I should use those magma waders, but we're just going to move on. Next round, please. We will discard, stick to the shadows since the round's over. And I need a short rest with Raphael. 3, 2, 1, doop. Withering Claw. Yeah, it's okay. We can lose that. For round 8, yeah, the big draw here is that we're going to be doing the top of Spur Their Spirits early, as early as we can with Satha, so that Clarissa can play the top of Hidden Daggers and get a bunch of attacks off on the Bandit Commander. It'll ultimately end up being 5 attack 4s at advantage, so we should be able to do at least 20 damage. Then after that, Satha's just going to get the heck out of there. I don't know which way she's going to go, but we'll figure that out based off what everybody else is doing. And she needs to get out of that space because we will have Dwayne go next, do the top of Clear the Way to throw that barrel where Satha's currently standing now and do some damage to the Bandit Commander. And how much health does that Living Bones have? Yeah, maybe kill the Living Bones if we get a good attack modifier draw. Then, yeah, the movement will maybe we'll just have Dwayne go for that loot or that money token that's by him. Then Clarissa, I'm going to be flexible. Maybe we'll do the melee attack with Sinister Opportunity, but I'm also kind of thinking that we'll probably just have to do a ranged attack on the Bandit Commander. And then Raphael is going late to take the most advantage of invisibility and kind of take up that space to prevent the living corpses from advancing too quickly. And then he is going to, hopefully at least one of those corpses will be next to him so that he can still stun one of them for next round. All right, let's see what the enemies are doing. Ooh, Bandit Commander is going first. Move as far from focus as possible. Okay, shoot. I think that just means the Bandit Commander is going to go here, right? Because then Satha is the focus. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. The important thing is that that's still within range of Hidden Daggers. Then we're going to do an attack 4 on Satha. Plus 0. Ooh, that's really hurting. All right, Satha, you are taking a beating like a champ right now. That ends the Bandit Commander's turn, and now we have the coup de grace, the move we've been waiting for, or I've been waiting for a round. We will use the top of Spur Their Spirits to heal 1 and ward self. Then we will grant Clarissa the ability to play a card, and of course she's going to play Hidden Daggers. This is going to be 1 experience for Satha, 2 experience for Clarissa. If only I had a power potion too, but this is going to be, I'm going to be doing 5 attack 4s on the Bandit Commander at advantage. So yeah, okay. Let's pull up the right attack modifier deck. Attack 4 on Bandit Commander, plus 0 or plus 0. Okay, so that's 4 damage. All right. Next one, attack 4. Ooh, null or +0. Okay. I'd like to see some positive modifiers, please. +1 or +1. All right, that's more like it. It's 5 damage. Okay, so we've done 3 attacks so far. Now the fourth one, +1 or +0. So it's going to be another 5 damage. And now for our last attack, +0 or +2. Where the heck was the crit? Come on, I was kind of expecting the crit to be pulled in there. So that is 6 damage, right? Yeah. Ooh, nice. He's down to 10 health. Very good, very good. So that card is going to be lost. That was definitely well worth it, though. Then we will do the bottom of outmaneuver. And where do we want to go? The living corpses are not moving. And we're not going to be able to hit the bandit commander with clear the way from Dwayne. What's that living bones doing in case they survive? Attack 2, target 2. I think I'll just stay there. That'll end Satha's turn. Let's still prioritize getting rid of this living bones, although there's a chance that doesn't happen. Worst case, Clarissa can still take care of it. So we'll still do the top of clear the way. We're going to consume this earth element. We're going to get an experience for doing that. And we're going to chuck this barrel behind us. We are going to put it there. Then we're going to do an attack 3, pierce 1 on the living corpse and that living bone. So let's do attack 3, pierce 1 on the living bones first. +1, that's 4 damage, pierce 1. Hell yeah. Just enough, baby. Then attack 3, pierce 1 on the living corpse. +0. Nice. Nice. That living bones is dead. Okay, put that there. And then Dwayne will just move. I guess we'll keep you near the action. We'll just take this if I can pick it up. Add 1 loot for our man Dwayne. And that'll end his turn. My good man Dwayne. Oh, this is not Clarissa's turn yet. Sorry. Well, the living corpses aren't doing anything, so it basically is. Living corpses go, don't do anything. Nobody does the attack, so nobody suffers the damage. On to Clarissa. All right, might as well have Clarissa do this attack with Swift Bow on the bandit commander. It's going to be an attack 4, and we're still strengthened. That's right, because it wasn't. This is now our current turn. Hell yeah! There's the crit. So that becomes an attack 8 or +1. Yeah, I think I'll take the 8 damage, please. Boom, boom. Then I'm gonna use my winged shoes. I'm gonna jump behind enemy lines here. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I know it. I think I have a plan for next round, but maybe that'll all go to shit. I'm going to get a little greedy here. This will end Clarissa's turn, and then we'll move on to Raphael's turn. Raphael, this is where the greed comes in. We're going to do the top of Pilfer, and we could kill the bandit commander here, but no. All right. I hear you. You're yelling at me. This is stupid. Why would you not attack the bandit commander? I'll attack the bandit commander. All right. We're going to be doing an attack. This will end up being an attack 4 against the bandit commander. There's the crit again. Didn't he just crit? Oh, no. That was Clarissa that just crit. Okay. So that'll be 8 damage against the bandit commander. Boom, boom, boom. Super dead. We don't get the extra money token, but you will drop 1, and then I'm going to loot this one because we still have that loot top ability. So that's 2 more money tokens for Raphael. And then we'll do the bottom of Perverse Edge. We will consume that ice. We will gain an experience. We will stun Living Corpse number 2. Oh, that attack would have been nice against Living Corpse. Actually, I think I should have listened to myself. I shouldn't have listened to what I imagine you all were saying. I should have listened to me. Y'all were misleading me. I could have done 8 damage to that Living Corpse. And maybe that Bandit Commander would have opened another room. But probably not. But maybe. I'll forgive you, though. It's all right. I'll let it slide this time. Then we can do a move 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can have Clarissa and Raphael team up on that one next round. It'll end Raphael's turn, and that will end the round. I'm going to use, during Raphael's turn, I'm going to say he used his stamina potion because I want to make sure we don't lose Perverse Edge because it's my only top loss, and I'd still like to try to get the Ravager battle goal. Also, I should have used a stamina potion for Dwayne because I only have 1 card in hand. This one is a little bit more retcon-y because he went much earlier in the round. What do we want to get here? I'm going to take Rumbling Advance back, so that way we can get a big heal on Satha, just in case. So Dwayne should be like over here. He's kind of sitting between spaces. For round 11, yeah, this is round 11. We are going to have Raphael, oops, I meant to flip these around. I'm going to explain while I'm doing this. We're going to have Raphael go first and do his battle goal. So he's going to use both the losses, top loss of Perverse Edge, bottom loss of Frigid Apparition. We're going to get over here so we can be adjacent to that monster for when Clarissa goes. And then we're going to be able to get poison and stun off on this Living Corpse. So Raphael should be able to get a decent amount of experience on this turn for that kill. Hopefully kill. Probably not kill, actually, because that one is totally uninjured. Then Clarissa's going to go, and she has a choice of going after either Living Corpse 2 or 3. I'll figure that out based on how much damage Raphael does. Then Satha's going to go in, probably take an attack from Living Corpse 1, but we'll do the top of Wolfpack tactics and do an attack 2 on Living Corpse 1 and allow probably Raphael to do an attack 3 on one of these 2. Then, lastly, Cragheart will go and just do a little move, do a little healing. Maybe I'll use the bottom loss of Barrow, although I may just set up the Earth for next round and to use that bottom loss, we get an extra experience. That's what I'm thinking. What are the enemies thinking about that? Yeah, they're not... I think we'll be okay. Raphael will start. I'm not forgetting about this chest, by the way. I will get this. We're going to go 1, 2 at the bottom of Frigid Apparition. And then we'll get an attack 3, stun, infuse ice. We're going to get 2 experience for this as well, right? Yes. Attack 3, stun, plus 0. So it's just 3 damage and stun. Oh, and I did want to use... Oh, I can't poison them. I remember going through this in the one scenario before. Well, whatever. We'll get 1 less experience than I thought and a little bit less damage. So Frigid Apparition is lost. Then we do Perverse Edge. And this is going to end up just being an attack 5 and gaining 1 experience. And we'll be infusing Dark. Nope, not you. Remove your experience. You just get 1. Attack 5. Ooh, can move 1 space. Honestly, that attack modifier card has really not been as good as I was expecting it to be. So that'll be 5 damage. I don't think I care about moving you. Yeah, because you're stunned anyway, so I don't really care to move you away. Yeah, that'll end Raphael's turn. He completes the Ravager battle goal. Next up we have Clarissa's turn. Clarissa will do... Still going to do the bottom of Smoke Bomb, right? Yeah, although we don't really need to move them. So Clarissa will just go there. And then do the top of flanking strike. We'll see if we can finish off this living corpse 3. This is going to be an attack 5, gain an experience. Attack 5 plus 1, that's 6, just shy. Just shy. That ends Clarissa's turn. Then we'll go to Satha, who's going to do the bottom of Combined Might. Oh, I forgot we can actually use this. Can we actually give ward to anybody? I guess we, like, I don't know if we can actually consume that ice element to give ward if we can't actually give ward to anybody. I'm just going to loot that at the end of a turn. Whatever. I don't know if it's legit. It's literally just for 1 experience, so I'm going to do it. I'm not, like, abusing it, I don't think. We're going to consume that ice. We're going to give ourselves ward. It doesn't really do anything, but we get the 1 experience. Then we'll do the top of Wolfpack Tactics to do an attack 2 on Living Corpse 1. Plus 1, that's 3 damage to Living Corpse 1. And then we can grant an ally within range 3, attack 3, because we have Take Command. We'll grant that to Raphael. And Raphael is going to do an attack 3 on Living Corpse 3. Might as well, yeah. Plus 1, 4 damage. Oh, actually, this would have been an attack 5 after the modifier, whatever. Because I forgot we had the Mind's Weakness. 5 damage. This Living Corpse is Dunzo. That goes there. We re-infuse ice at the end of our turn. And it is the end of Satha's turn now. Dwayne, let's have Dwayne just go 1, 2 here so we can do a heal 4 and infuse earth. We're going to heal Satha for 4, bring her up to 7 health. And then we'll probably just use the loss of Barrow on the next turn. Although, he may lose it. Oh well. That's fine. So we discard both of those, and that ends Dwayne's turn. Oh, jeez. Then brings us to the Living Corpse's turn. The Elite is stunned. The number 4 won't be able to go. Number 1 is going to do an attack 3. No poison, just attack 3 plus 0. It's going to get rounded down to 1 damage on Satha. And that's going to end their round, or their turn, and that ends the round overall. Okay, this little message down here about the Bandit Commander definitely gave me a heart attack for a second. Screw you, buddy. We will short rest with Clarissa. 3, 2, 1. Flanking strike. Sure, we can lose that. Then short rest with Cragheart. Dwayne. 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, sure, that can be the one. Okay, we lose Rumbling Advance. And then let's short rest with Satha as well. 3, 2, 1. Bloop. That's fine. We'll lose Wolfpack Tactics. We're getting towards the end here, so we're just kind of in cleanup mode, gaining some experience. So Clarissa is going to get the chest. We're going to do a bunch of damage to Living Corpse 2. Maybe I'll kill it. Then I don't think I'll be killing both Living Corpses 1 and 4 this round, so I think next round will probably be our last round. But let's keep it short. Let's jump over to Clarissa. She is going to do Smoke Bomb top. So let's go into her persistent abilities. She's going to go invisible. And we'll be preparing for a big attack. Actually, what are the... Oh, whoops. I didn't even start the round. Let's start that. Okay. They're not moving very far. So, yeah, we still do this. And then we're going to do... I guess I'm going invisible choice. I wasn't even thinking about this. Super invisibility. Although, actually, I wonder how this would interact. I mean, this is kind of an edge case. I'm not going to say I lose the invisibility that I got from Smoke Bomb for this. But technically, if you were to just like take this word for word, I think you could interpret it that way. Anyway, we're going to loot this treasure chest with Clarissa, because I think I remember what this is, unless it's been changed. Oh, I thought it was going to be a random side scenario. It's a random item design. Clarissa lose no, gain 15 collective gold. Wait, what? Let me figure this out. Okay, we might have to wait until the end of the scenario to see if that actually resolved correctly. That will end Clarissa's turn. Raphael is going to do the bottom of Brain Leech. We're going to do an attack 2 on that living corpse. +2, that's 4 damage to the living corpse. And we are strengthened. Be nice to have for next round. And then we're going to do an attack 5 with Hidden in the Shadows. Oh, and this is at advantage. So attack 6, it's down to 2 health. Almost dead, but that ends Raphael's turn. Ooh, let's use Bring Them Down top to attack that living corpse too. So we'll do attack 2. Okay. I guess we're not doing that. All right, well, let's look at the strengthen Dwayne. Go to that. And then we'll do an attack 2 on living corpse 1. All right, what a great turn. 1 damage to you, and then we heal 1 on ourselves. Oh, and ice should be strong. That ends Satha's turn. You know what, Raphael? I think you got this. Dwayne is going to focus on more targets. Let's do the bottom of Clear the Way. Go here. And then we'll do the... I'll put you in your actual space. We'll do the top of Dirt Tornado. Let's center on this space so we don't muddle Satha. We're going to consume this earth element. We're going to get an experience. We're going to do an attack 2 on both of those living spirits at advantage. So let's hit number 1 first. -1 or +1. 3 damage. Is that enough to kill you? No, it's not. If we hadn't drawn that -1 from Satha, maybe it would have been good. Then attack 2. Oh, and you're muddled. Did forget about that. And then attack 2 on the other living corpse. -1. Advantage, please. +0. 2 damage. Muddled. Done. Living corpses go. Elite is going to do an attack 6 poison on Raphael. +2. That's an attack 8 poison. Raphael is losing the 1 card he has in his hand, which is Scurry. That is not a big deal. Raphael is poisoned. And then number 1 is going to make an attack at disadvantage. -1 or -1. That's going to be 4 damage to Satha, right? Yes. And that ends their turn, and that will end the round. I'm going to short rest with Raphael. And I was going to short rest with Cragheart. Dwayne. Dwayne is the only one that I call by just Cragheart. Everybody else I call by their actual names. I keep calling him just Cragheart. We're going to lose Pilfer for Mindthief, but I'm going to long rest with Dwayne because I need him to survive this scenario, so that way he progresses his personal quest. We're round 13, and hopefully the last round. Like I said, we'll have Dwayne long resting. Raphael's going to go early and not actually going to be attacking Living Corpse next to him. He's going to have Living Corpse number 1 back there do an attack 2 and wound on Living Corpse 4. Then Raphael's going to step on that money token and be on his merry way. Satha is going to do an attack with Combined Might, and then, oh, you know what? Quick change of plans. Clarissa will actually go after Raphael and step up to here, use Swift Bow probably on, yeah, almost definitely on Living Corpse 4. Then that way when Satha goes, there will still be an ally adjacent to Living Corpse 2 so that Satha can grant Clarissa the attack 6 on Living Corpse 2. All right, this should hopefully be it. Let's draw. Raphael starts, and we'll do... Yeah, we're kind of wasting this advantage, but oh well. Doesn't really matter at this point. We're going to consume that ice element, gain an experience, and we are going to have Living Corpse. I'm in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Living Corpse 1 is going to do an attack 2 wound on Living Corpse 4. That is +0, so 2 damage and wound. And then we're going to do a basic move 2 and collect that money token. Okay, that'll end Raphael's turn. Next up is Satha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go there. We will do Swift Bow to do an attack 3 on Living Corpse 4. And that's +0. So that is going to just be 3 damage. And that'll kill it. Living Corpse 4 is dead. That will end Clarissa's turn. Satha will do the top of outmaneuver, do an attack 3 on Living Corpse 1, +0. Okay, this is fantastic. Because now, that'll kill you, leave a loot token, although we are now going to have Dwayne do a move 4, and we'll just land here on that money token that would have dropped. Dwayne will collect at the end of his long rest. Let me just track that now so I don't forget though. Then we infuse ice. It doesn't really matter. Then we'll do the bottom, up way to the north, and allow Clarissa to do an attack 6. It's going to give Satha 2 experience. Clarissa will do an attack 6. +1, that's 7 damage to the last living corpse. Boom. Dead. I don't know why I'm putting this there, because I'm just going to be cleaning up now anyway. That ends Satha's turn. Dwayne long rests. We're all happy. At the end of this round, we get to read section 19.3.
The bandit's eyes clear as he drops to one knee, blood flowing freely from under his arm. He grabs a torch and tries to heave it into a nearby crate of scrolls, but he can't manage the feat. You kick the torch away, and he collapses onto his back, growing pale among the pooling blood.
Figures.
He wheezes.
I knew she'd send her thugs. I just thought you'd die easier.
Something doesn't add up. Bandits like this don't often pull heists inside Gloomhaven. It's much safer to attack merchants' caravans on the road, well away from the blades of the city guard. And they're usually after gems and gold, not scrolls. If this bandit took that kind of risk, someone hired him. And you want to know who. You encourage him to talk with a gentle boot to the chest. The dying man coughs in pain.
A Valrath merchant in the city paid me to take the scrolls from a vigil safe house. Once I got my hands on them, well, you know how it is.
He looks around at his fallen minions.
I couldn't resist the taste.
He hacks out a laugh, and his one good eye threatens to close, but he forces himself back awake.
Listen. These documents should have stayed locked away in that vault.
The thief's head trembles as he wills himself to meet your eye.
You can't bring them back to her. What I've done here, these undead, it's nothing compared to her power.
His strength gives out, and his head drops back.
I don't know her plan. But if she has them, she'll use them.
He dies with the warning on his lips. The job was to bring back the scrolls, and a dying thief's words don't pay for your dinner. Besides, you have a professional reputation to uphold. You meet Jekserah back at the Coin District apartment and hand the scrolls to her huge Inox bodyguards.
Nicely done. And I'm overjoyed to hear that the thief got his due. Pay them.
Jekserah's black eyes glimmer as her guard hands you a blood-red pouch of coin.
A pleasure as always, mercenaries.
She says as music floats in from a distant room.
I'm sure we'll do business again soon. Let me know when you're available and I'll give you the details.
She raises her hand and her enormous armored guards take a step forward. They don't frighten you at all, of course, but you suddenly remember another place you need to be and decide to leave on your own.
All right, rewards. Each character gains 15 gold, gain 2 merchant reputation. We unlock 2 new scenarios, Inox Encampment and the Diamond Mine. Let's go back to Gloomhaven Secretariat. And let's mark this scenario as complete. Success. All right, battle goals. Everybody completed their... actually, technically, Dwayne did not complete his battle goal because he long rested, but we did it in the interest of preserving his personal quest. So, oh well, sorry, Dwayne. Okay, and then let's show scenario statistics. That is a suspiciously even amount of damage done amongst all the characters, especially I think the damage that we're doing with, like that we did with Clarissa, for instance, on Satha's turn for, what's it called? Not bring them down. Oh my gosh, I forget the name of that card. I think that's getting counted towards Satha's damage credit, which, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense to me. You know, it's still her turn. She's still using her top action. It's just requiring a card from another person's hand. I think what is the most surprising, though, is Raphael having only killed 2 enemies. Still did a lot of damage, but only killed 2 enemies. Doesn't look like anybody is getting a level up from this, though. That's a little surprising. All right, well, let's mark this as finished. Then let's see. All right, cool. That's saved. Oh, actually, one thing I forgot about. Clarissa should have... she should actually have 2 more experience, because I forgot about Smoke Bomb being active. We did an attack after... Was she invisible at the time? Yeah, probably. I'm giving her experience. I just forgot about that. 169. And she actually did level up to level 4. So we'll take care of that in the next video. Oh, wow. And between her completing her second mastery, leveling up, and these check marks, we have 3 perks to unlock. That's sweet. Oh man, that's a luxury. All right. I think everybody... Oh, Raphael's 4 experience away from leveling up. Dwayne also 4... Wow, they're tied in experience? That's kind of surprising. And Satha 7 experience away. Okay, maybe next episode will just be Raphael, Dwayne, and Satha so they can try to get to their next level up. Oh, and then Dwayne, we need to mark an extra... that's now 3 scenarios completed with max half HP. Very cool. And also, let's check our party sheet too, just to see where we're at. We are still not yet at 2 prosperity. I feel like that's going a little bit slower than I would have expected, considering we've been making a lot of donations, but we also haven't retired anybody yet. So I think that's a big deal. But we're looking pretty good on faction reputation here. Everybody is at 4 or 5, so that's nice. 7 inspiration. I'll probably be retiring slower than most parties too, just since I'm going to be going through this pattern of like weaving some of these characters in and out of the party. I'm going to be making progress slower. Like I may bank up inspiration a little bit longer, so once I hit those retirements, I'll probably be a little bit more bursty. But since I'm not playing the same characters consistently, they're each going to make progress a little bit more slowly. Anyway, let's talk about how that scenario went. I thought it was okay overall. There were some points during the middle where I think coming into this room, I really could have done a better job of capitalizing on some of the object movement that I had, capitalizing on this hazardous terrain placement. I did a lot of things to try to manipulate how the enemies were going to move, and I just did not take advantage of that whatsoever. And so that really ended up hurting me because I took more attacks than I needed to. I took more damage than I needed to from just like going over that hazardous terrain. Like, I really think I got the worst out of it, where like I made it harder for myself to move and kept myself enclosed into like a small space, letting the enemies come to me and not maximizing what I could be doing. I do like the magma waders can be really cool. However, there were a lot of points where I just really wanted to have jump with Raphael. I really like being able to set him up in a position where he can get behind enemy lines, start getting some of those stuns off with the bottom of Perverse Edge, doing some attacks, going invisible that way, especially if you can get to the back lines and start to work on lower HP enemies so that you can kill one of those with the invisibility card. So that way he can stay in the back lines for a while. Where the heck is it at? It's somewhere. I don't know. Oh yeah, hidden in the shadows. If I had more jump cards, like maybe I could work on getting some jump enhancements on Mindthief, and in that case, I might be more likely to take Magma Waders, because then I still have access to both jump and a +1 movement and the ability to kind of manipulate pathing there. However, it's just not fitting my playstyle right now, and I don't want to force myself to be like, oh, I want to optimize everything, therefore I have to use Magma Waders because there's this really cool thing I can do. It's honestly just slowing me down a little bit, so I'll probably swap back to the Gust Striders and sell the Magma Waders and get some more money for enhancements for Raphael. I think I generally did okay with everybody else. Again, I think the path manipulation made me feel like I was feeling clunky. Like there were times where I wanted to try to move in with characters and we just had this whole log jam up in this area. So that made me feel like I wasn't gelling as much. I felt a little bit like it was in between last scenario and what was it? Scenario 86, Magma Pit. Like this scenario felt somewhere in between, where I was gelling a little bit at some points, but not as much as I was in the Black Barrow. There's probably points where maybe I should have gotten backup ammunition out earlier with Cragheart, with Dwayne. Oh my, why is he the only one I call by their class name? I guess Satha technically, but yeah, I think maybe I could have gotten backup ammunition out earlier and then been intentional with trying to use what is the immobilized card? Not Mud Eruption, Earthen Clod. Being able to just immobilize multiple skeletons. I also think that I was underestimating how much the skeletons were going to be moving, and I definitely underestimated this room because I forgot that there was going to be living bones in actually either of these rooms. I kept thinking it was just going to be the living corpses, so I was kind of like mentally preparing for that. Yeah, that's what you get when you think you know a scenario, and then you just misremember, and so you start misplanning around things. But all in all, we still won. We almost would have gotten. I actually do think I could have done this battle goal and still survived with Dwayne. I just didn't want to risk him exhausting early, so we effectively kind of completed all 4 of our battle goals, which is pretty good. I think I spent still a little bit too much time thinking about some turns, maybe over-explaining some turns, but that's for my own analysis later. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. This is a fun scenario. I'm glad we got to do our first boss scenario. I don't know which scenario we're going to be doing next, but most likely I will be doing it with just Raphael, Dwayne, and Satha, but we will see about that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and have a great rest of your day, or great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. You know, why should I be selfish? Why should I just, only say one day or one night? Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next episode Goodbye.